So, today is a sad, 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 sad day. Um, this is probably going to be a pretty short episode because I have some homework I have to do. But I realized, holy shit, the end of the month is tomorrow, actually. Wow, 27th, yes. The end of the month is tomorrow. And I promised one at the beginning and one at the end. So, yeah. Like I said, it's a sad, sad day. Leonard Nimoy passed today. This afternoon. No, morning. Technically it was morning because it was in California. Yeah, that it hit me kind of hard today. Yeah. I'm not gonna cry. I've done enough crying for the day. So I'm not really gonna dwell on it. But some of my earliest memories, I've said this so many times today, it sounds weird coming out of my mouth, but my earliest memories are watching Star Trek with my dad and Leonard Nimoy being Spock. Like, serious. That is like one of my, I remember I couldn't do the Vulcan salute and it made me upset. So I decided I was going to get 4 rubber bands, and wrap them around my fingers, spread my fingers apart, and wrap them around my fingers, and hold my fingers there so that I could have the Vulcan salute. And I did it until my fingers turned purple. And my mom saw me like, what happened to your hands? I want to be like Spock. So, yeah, I was a weird kid. We'll get into that later. So, let's see. Now that the sad stuff is out the way, what's been going on in the past, what is it, 3 weeks since the last episode? Nothing really. Working, school, writing. I've done a little bit of writing. I'll post some. I'm in the middle of a really cool story, actually, that I need to finish. It stemmed from a dream. It was actually pretty damn good. It was pretty damn good. I'm gonna have to get to work on that because I have a rough outline of what I want to do. It's just making the pieces connect, and when I finish that, it'll be pretty good. So I'll put it up on the blog so you guys can read it. I would talk about the Supernatural episode, but I feel like after my last rant, nobody wants to hear about that. I will say that I'll leave it to this. I have a theory. My theory is that Cain is not dead. We did not see him die. There was no type of flash or light or noise or anything when Dean supposedly killed him. So my theory is that Cain is still alive and Dean didn't kill him. That is my theory, and I'm sticking to it. I had a theory last year that Dean was going to become a demon, and I said it to anyone that would listen. And, no, you're wrong. No, how could you say that? Blah, blah, blah. But I was right. So, I feel like my track record proves that I will be right on this too. So, yeah, Kane's not dead. I bought tickets today. Well, I already had a ticket to the 8 o'clock show, but I have dead center of the front row for the Chris Hardwick show in May, on May the 2nd. So I'm super, super excited about that. If not only for the simple reason that I want to make up for meeting him the first time. I told this story a couple podcasts ago, a couple episodes ago, how I cried like a little bitch when I met him. I cried like a little bitch. It wasn't even pretty. And it wasn't even like a cute cry. It was like one of those really I can't believe it type cries. Like, it wasn't even cute at all. So, yeah, I need to make up for that. So, my plan is to act, like, super cool. And be like, oh, hello, Chris. It's nice to see you again. Or, just pretend like this is my first time meeting him. He's like, oh, Chris, nice to meet you. Blah, blah. But knowing how nice he is, he's probably going to be like, oh, aren't you the girl who cried like a little bitch on me? I mean, like, no, seriously, there were tears on his suit when I walked away. It was so embarrassing. Oh, it was so embarrassing. So embarrassing. I have, and I'm just quickly running through topics. Like I said, I have some stuff to do, but I have completely embarked on the cosplay adventure for the year. I have a Korra cosplay that I purchased from a very kind lady who was selling it in one of the cosplay groups that I follow, and I look fucking amazing in that shit. Oh, wait, so, okay, so it comes in the mail. Super excited. Oh my god, fucking Korra, fucking awesome. So I run upstairs, I throw on the outfit, take a bunch of pictures, because of course, I'm an avatar, of course I take pictures. Post them on my Instagram. Oh, and for those who know me, I don't like outside. I don't like going outside, especially when it's cold, especially when it's snowy, But in my comment, I said, in my description for my picture, the caption for my picture, I said, I want to have a photo shoot outside before the snow melts. Yeah, because she's from the Southern Water Tribe, the snow and ice and whatever. So, I posted a picture with the caption. Mostly nice. Oh, really cute, blah, blah, blah. This one little bitch decided she was going to say, and I said, well, I'll tell you my exact words, because that will make her exact words, so realize where she was coming from. So I said, yes, that's right. I said outside in the snow. I'm the avatar. I can handle some snow. That was part of my caption. So this bitch comments and says, "Oh, looks like you can't handle a diet though." So my first response when I saw it was like, this bitch just. So I had like this whole rampage that I was gonna go on, because I went on her page, I saw her little shitty ass picture. I'm like, really? And she's a fan account. So I was like, okay, really? But so you know what? I'm gonna take some time and think about my response. I'm not gonna say anything just yet. So I didn't. I didn't say anything at all. I waited a couple hours, waited till I got off work, came home, and I typed to the effect of, "Oh, thank you for letting me know that I'm overweight. I had no idea. Oh my god, thank you for..." I never would have figured it out if you wouldn't have told me. Oh, what would I have done without you? Congratulations. You made a fat joke to a complete stranger on the internet. Go you. You must be perfect. I wish I could be as perfect as you are. So, she comments, and then like I posted her comment, and like my response and everything. I said, really? This bitch. So her response was, "Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm going through such a really hard time," and like just excuse after excuse of, and I mean, who am I to judge? Whatever, because she judged me. Who am I to judge anybody else? So, I mean, it was just unbelievable. I'm in love with my cousin. And my cousin's a girl, and what else did she say? Oh, I lost my job. I got kicked out of my house. And then, and I'm kind of wary about saying, "Oh, I don't believe it," because if I told people some of the shit I went through, they'd be like, "Oh, yeah, okay." But it's just you can tell when somebody's full of shit. And she was full of shit. She said, "Oh my god, please forgive me. I'm so sorry." Blah blah blah. So I wrote back. I said, "Look, I understand that sometimes people say things that they don't mean, especially online. So I'll forgive you, but you gotta think about what you say before you say things." And I could tell she was a young girl, so I was like, it's not even worth it, all that. So you have to think about what you're gonna say before you can say things. She comes back, "Yeah, I'm really sorry because, I have psychotic episodes, and, I have all these problems, and it's really hard for me, and, my dad used to abuse me when I was little, and it's just really crazy because my house caught on fire, and so now I have nowhere to live, and it's just really crazy, and I lash out at people when I'm upset." And then that was it. And then she said, "So basically I'm like Azula." And I was like, really, bitch? Really? Like, I felt like she wanted attention. Like, she wanted me to, "Oh, I'm so sorry that..." So, I'm not even going to go there. I said my piece. I'm done with the situation. So one of my followers said something to her. She said, "Oh, I'm really sorry to hear that all that happened to you. However, it's not, that doesn't excuse what you said. You know, that was really not a nice thing to say. You shouldn't say things like that. You know, that could be considering cyberbullying. And, you know, sometimes if you say something to the wrong person, you know, that one sentence could end someone's life, and you don't want to do that. You know?" Her response was, "Oh yeah, I know, because that happened to my sister, so I know exactly what you're talking about." And I'm like, really? Really? And my thing about it is, I've always been interested in the cosplay world. I've always wanted to do it. I've always found it fascinating, but I never did. I mean, I've struggled with my weight my entire life, so, like, the thought of putting myself on not necessarily on display, but, like, having people look at me, like, I was like, oh no, they're gonna laugh, they're gonna pick on me, they're gonna judge me. And Comic-Con was absolutely amazing. I had no problems. It was, like, absolutely amazing. Nothing but positive comments. But for some reason, this one little comment just, like, really sounded. I was like, well, I don't know. I mean, I didn't really take it with much of a grain of salt because of where it was coming from. It didn't really mean that much. But still, the fact that it was said kind of hurt, because I was like, maybe, for like 2 seconds, like, well, maybe I don't look all that good. And you know, fuck it. I had someone say, you know what, fuck that. You look fucking awesome. You're fucking Korra. And don't let anybody take that away from you. And that's what I think is really important. Like, you can't let other people dictate how you feel about yourself. You just can't. I did it for 6 years, you know? So you have to, as long as you feel good about you, that's what's important. And I feel fucking amazing in my fucking Korra cosplay. Matter of fact, I'm gonna put that shit on tomorrow and go have a photo shoot in the damn snow. You know? So it's yeah, that kind of, I don't know, I felt some kind of way about that. The first convention is in about a month, because tomorrow's February. I mean, tomorrow's March. No, Sunday's March. Tomorrow's the last day of February. So, my first convention is East Coast Comic Con on the second weekend in April, the 11th and the 12th. So, and there's a contest. So I need to find out if I can enter. That's a good idea. I really need to find out if I can enter. I don't know if I can enter with my Korra cosplay because I didn't make it. I mean, I'm going to do some alterations on it, but I didn't make it. It's handmade, but it wasn't handmade by me. So I don't know if I can enter with something that's not handmade by me, because if not, I mean, I have other stuff I can do, but I would love to enter that one. I was going to try to do Ursula. I had an Ursula from Little Mermaid cosplay plan. I don't know if I'm going to have time to pull that off because I have a month and 2 weeks in between. I knew that school was going to be difficult to juggle after 10 years, but I realized how difficult it was going to be. So I'm trying to balance between writing and keeping up with the blog. I've done a terrible job. I can't even lie and say that I'm doing a okay job with the blog. I'm doing a very terrible job, and I'm going to try. What the hell was that? A poster just fell off my wall. It scared the shit out of me. Yeah, I'm gonna try to get better with that. I know I keep saying that, but I just literally have not had time. I come home, I go to work, come home, do homework, sometimes go to class, come home from class, and go to sleep, and then get up and do the next thing, the same thing all over again. So I'm gonna have to just actually schedule time to write. And when I do write, it's on my phone when I have a spare moment at work or something. So I'm definitely gonna try to get better at that. I really am. Trying to think if there's anything else I need to cover. I'm sorry this is so short. The next one will be longer, I promise. And I'm going to try to get a guest. I really am. I'm working on it. I'm really working on it. No, like, the people that I would want to have don't live around here. So it's kind of hard. Like, they don't live that far, but with me not having a car, it's pretty damn far. So, yeah, the next one, I'm not gonna promise because I have to do one in a couple weeks, probably next week or the week after. So I'm not gonna promise that there'll be a guest, but I'm gonna try my hardest to make sure that the next episode has a guest. I really am. So, I'm trying to think, is there anything else? I feel like I'm forgetting something. Let's see. Dead silence while I'm thinking of a topic. I can't think of anything, so I think that is it. Holy shit, I just realized, that May 2nd, that's the day after Avengers. And that's the day of some fight. There's a fight that day. Somebody is fighting. I have to go to the city. It's gonna be crazy. But that doesn't have anything to do with you guys. It just popped in my head. Okay. So, since I can't think of anything else, and at this point I'm just jibber-jabbering, I'm going to end it here. Like I said, the next one should be up in a couple weeks, and I promise that it'll be more organized. I made a schedule, and I'm going to stick to it. I said beginning of the month, end of the month. The end of the month, and here it is. So, I'm really gonna keep to that. Even if it's something short like this, you're gonna get something twice a month. So I think that's about it for today. Have a good weekend. Have a great March, and I'll talk to you guys in a couple weeks.